Hello friends, happy Friday. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and post my shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find all the makeup and the tools that I'm using. Let me pin it. There we go. Cool. All right, so we're gonna be doing our foundation, and I got the new pressed powder in the mail, so we're gonna demo that. I haven't used it yet, and I'm really excited for it. So this is the brand new pressed powder that just came out. So it's my first impression. One, it's super, super sleek. It's the same size as the other one. The packaging is like ever so slightly smaller, but it's the same size. And so you get just as much product. What's kind of cool about this one is when you open it, so I'll show you guys. When you open it, the little sponge just automatically comes out. If you didn't want the sponge, you just don't have it in there. But I kind of like that idea. I don't really like applying my pressed powder with the sponge. But for like touch-ups, maybe it would be nice to have it on the go. So this is the shade Taffeta. So I want to give you guys a glimpse at the shade comparison. So here is a comparison of the shades. So pretty similar. This one seems to be a little bit more neutral, but it could also be because it's broken in. So we'll be able to really see the comparison on our skin when we put it on. So I'm going to be using the same shade Taffeta, so we'll see how it looks. Other review is it doesn't like open up all the way, which is kind of nice because you get that really nice mirror in there. So you get to see that. And second of all, the coverage is a huge difference. I'm putting the little sponge back in there. Let me show you guys that difference. So this is the current pressed powder, or the old pressed powder, I should say, on my finger, and then swatched. So you can barely see it, kind of right there. And then now, swatching this one right next to it. Huge difference on the coverage. So the new pressed powder is super duper great on coverage. I can already tell without even wearing it that this is going to be way more full coverage. Also the feel of it is much more silkier than the other one. That's definitely from the shea butter and the vitamin E that's infused in it. So this one also has the anti-aging properties and the UV protectant in it. Isn't that cool? Look at how I'm such a geek when it comes to packaging. I like that it goes in. Even if I don't wear the sponge, even if I don't use the sponge, I still love that it just goes in. So you can purchase this individually. I believe it's $39. And it's going to be on my website, rayahopebeauty.com, underneath underneath face and underneath foundation, because it's a pressed powder foundation. So you can buy it by itself, or you can buy it through the March bundle upgraded, which is definitely the way to do it because you get it discounted. So highly recommend to do that. So we're going to put on our foundation so we can put on this powder so we can see the coverage. Hello, hi guys. If you wear Poplin, you'll wear the shade Velour in the new pressed powder. Thank you so much, Gwen. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put on our foundation. I'm going to use the Liquid Touch foundation. I already shook it up and squeezed the topper for a while before I got on live. So you just squeeze it out and it just comes out of the little dropper. Let me move around my stuff. I have everything piled up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go in with the Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace to put all over. So what I love about this coverage is that it's buildable, it's fast, it's easy, it's a matte finish. Goes on liquid, dries into a powder finish, but it's not cakey or chalky or anything like that, but I just love how easy and blendable it is. So it's like a traditional, true true liquid foundation. I'm applying it on top of the powder concealer brush, which is my favorite way to apply the foundation. If you guys need to be color matched, just comment color match in the comments. And if you're not sure what color matching is, it's basically where I just tell you what color foundation you should wear. And if you're not sure what type of foundation you should wear, I can give you a full recommendation on that as well. Just comment color match and then send me a selfie facing a window and let me know if your skin is dry, oily, or normal, and what kind of coverage you like. If you like full coverage or lighter coverage, or in between, and I can give you a recommendation for that. Okay, so right there is just a fine layer over everything. So when it comes to putting it on, I like first putting it on with a brush just to get it on there. And then I like to kind of fine tune it with the blending buds, which are damp. So now I'm going to go in with the same product, the Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace, on top of my finger. And then I'll just dot this around. I'm going to go in with a little bit more. Okay, and then now we're going to go in with the blending bud, which again is damp. I wring it underneath the water, and this is the shade Lace in the Liquid Touch Foundation, which everything I'm using is available on my website, rheahopebeauty.com. And then if you need to be color matched, or if you have any questions regarding what color you are or what foundation you should be using, all you have to do is comment color match in the comments and I'll message you. All right, so we're just going to blend this all out. And again, this is going to be the key on getting that super soft coverage. So if you struggle with getting that really, really soft look with your foundation, highly recommend to make sure that you get these blending buds. They're made from like a different material than your everyday beauty blender. They really compress the makeup down into place and really just give you a beautiful soft coverage on your skin. So I'm going to go ahead and just bounce this all over, just like this. And then we're going to go in with our concealer. All right, so there's that super wonderful, soft, full coverage. And then now we're gonna go in with our concealer. So we're gonna use the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza. I'm gonna apply this on my under eye and then wherever else that I need it. So needing, meaning that like if I have a blemish or if I want something a little highlighted, so just kind of dots where I need it. I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. So Skin Solution Concealer in Organza. And then we did the Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace. Now I'm going to use the smaller blending bud to blend this in, which I love that you get the large and the small when you purchase them. And this concealer is hands down my absolute favorite. It has caffeine infused in it, so it's actually going to give you a wonderful little eye lift while you're applying it. So if you have puffiness on your under eyes or you just have like a lot of loss of elasticity on your under eye area, this concealer is going to bring all that back. So again, this is the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza, and this is also on sale along with any foundation option in the March special. So if you haven't checked out the March special yet, it's highly recommended because you save 30%, which is my personal savings. So you get like my employee discount, if you would, by purchasing the March bundle, which is any primer, any foundation, any concealer, any foundation brush, the pressed powder, any setting product, all 6 items for $154, which again is like 30% savings. Organza Liquid Foundation, the same shade as Organza Concealer. Yes, they're the same like shades, but I would go down one in your concealer versus your foundation, just so you get like that really nice bright like effect on your under eye. Okay, so now we're going to set it with our Touch Bold setting powder. So I'm going to take a dry beauty blender and spritz with my setting spray just to get it to really cling on to the powder and set it really softly. So we're going to use the Touch Bold translucent setting powder. It looks like this. I popped the cap off mine so I could use it in a baking technique. So if you have oily skin, baking is definitely wonderful. If you have more dry skin, you'll want to use it in a dusting manner and or use the Prime to Set setting powder, which is going to be more hydrating, has a water release technology in it. I did that product and how to use it on my mom yesterday in her tutorial. So if you missed out on the tutorial I did on my mom yesterday, feel free to watch it on the replay. It's still on my page, Rhea Hope, and you can watch any tutorial on the replay that's on there. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of press this in my oily areas. So that was, again, the Touch Bold translucent setting powder. There's no color to the setting powders. They are translucent, but being translucent, they can kind of make your skin look a little whiter, which is a huge benefit, especially for your under eye. If you've been feeling like your under eye looks really dull, it can really brighten that area up. So there's more reasons to use the setting powder than just setting. It can be used as a highlighter, such as that on your under eye. It can also be used to minimize the appearance of pores. So you can really get more use out of your pressed powder than just, setting powder than just like setting. I'm in the UK and got my delivery in 2 days. I know, isn't that shipping incredible? I love it. All right, so now we're gonna do, drum roll, the brand new pressed powder in the shade Taffeta, taking it on a big giant kabuki brush as always. And now we're gonna just blend this in all over. I'm going to start with a little bit to compare. So color-wise, it actually matches. I kind of thought it was going to be a little too dark because it looked like that in the swatch, but I was actually saying that this morning, that I feel like sometimes when you swatch things, they can look darker or lighter than what they do when you apply them, because you don't put it on in such a concentrated form. Does that make sense? So like when I swiped it on my finger, it was like all product all right there. As opposed to this is kind of dusting on all over. So it's applying it in a little bit of a lighter manner. So looking at my skin, it looks really soft, honestly. I'm like trying to find like, not a negative thing, but I always love to be like super real with you guys when it comes to new products. I'm like really impressed with how it sets it. Usually when I put on my setting powder or my pressed powder, I maybe look a little bit like powdery for a second, but this is super, super soft on my complexion. I've only done one side of my face. Click a little heart emoji if you see the difference. It's really nice coverage. Doesn't feel cakey, doesn't feel like I have anything on. The other one didn't either, but when something's a little bit more fuller coverage, you kind of expect to feel fuller coverage. You know what I mean? But very impressed. Okay, let's do the other side. So now we're going to use the same technique with a big kabuki brush. I definitely would recommend applying it with a big kabuki brush to do this step because it is fuller coverage. So you can achieve kind of like not a cakey look. That's not what I want to say. More of a makeup-y look if you're applying it with a different type of brush. So I would definitely invest in a big kabuki brush like this. Message me for the link to it, and I can give you a full I can give you the link. But I really like it. It's very soft on your skin. Very soft. And it set it beautifully. So, very impressed. So, that was the brand new pressed powder in the shade Taffeta that we used for all over. Yeah, super good. So like I said, you can now get this by itself underneath foundation and or get it on sale in the March bundle. I use the shade Taffeta. Taffeta in mine. Hi, Jen. So that was it. It's pretty good coverage. I'm really impressed. I actually just ordered the shade Chenille in it to use for contour to kind of compare that as well. So stay tuned when I get that in the mail. I did 2-day shipping, so it should be here in a couple of days. So now we're going to move on to contouring. So I'm going to use my Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, the old version, but as we see, same, in the shade Chenille. We're going to take it on top of the tapered blusher brush, and I'm going to go from the top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth and just dust this onto those apples into the hollows of our cheeks. On both sides. Around the jawline. And then for the forehead. So there's actually a ton of differences in the new formula versus the old formula. I thought the color would look a little different, but it doesn't. So colors are still the same. And then as far as what the differences are, the new pressed powder has shea butter, vitamin E infused in it. So it's actually going to be super hydrating for your face. So if you have dry skin, finally a pressed powder that's not going to make you feel dry. And then it also has a UV protectant. So it's kind of like a natural sunscreen. And then also it has some anti-aging ingredients in it that are going to be super hydrating and healthy for your skin. So, perfect. I love anything anti-aging. So that's the big difference. And it's fuller coverage. So you're going to get like a fuller coverage for it. You know what it reminds me of? Did you guys ever try the MAC pressed powder? Like the OG MAC pressed powder? It reminds me of that. Except this one's a little bit like not cakey. I found that one was a little cakey on my skin. This one is not cakey. So, really impressed. I'm not gonna lie, when I got it in the mail, I swatched it and I was like, ugh. I don't know, it kind of looks a little dark. It kind of looks a little like yellow undertoned. But I am like super impressed. My skin looks really soft. Like porcelain dolly. Very good. And it doesn't look dry. It almost has like a glowy touch to it. Do you guys feel like that? Does it like come off on camera that way? Because that's what it looks like in the mirror. I'm sorry, I'm like keep staring at myself. I'm like, oh, hey girl. It's actually really pretty on. I'm very impressed. So 10 out of 10 in my book. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. So I'll definitely be live tomorrow or Sunday to tell you guys like how it wore. but very impressed. Yes, I would do the same color. I was a little hesitant on the color, I'm not going to lie, because it looked a little dark when I swatched it, when I got it in the mail. I was like, oh crap, should have gone down a shade. But it looks great. It wears the same as my old color. Do you order darker or lighter in your foundation color? So it really depends when it comes to foundation colors, because I always do this comparison, or I always do this little analogy, that when you're mixing colors, so like yellow and green together make this color. You know what I mean? So our skin is the same way. I am Norwegian and English and Indian and German. So all of that equals my skin tone. So I typically am not going to be one color of something. I typically am going to need multiple colors to equal out to my skin tone perfectly. So we're all like that. So I don't necessarily say like go darker in this, go lighter in that besides concealer. I tend to say go lighter just so you pop your under eyes. So what I'm getting at is comment color match in the comments so I can give you a full accurate recommendation. It's great. Awesome, Jennifer. I'm so glad you like the coverage. All right, so now for blush. I learned this new trick that I've been sharing with you guys. For your blush, to give you like a little facelift, I want you to smile. Figure out where your apple of your cheek is. Put your finger there, drop your smile. And then where your finger was, start there with your blush. So instead, I was doing it on the apple working up, but I have been really liking this new kind of trick to give me like a little bit more of a facelift. Instead of applying it just on the apple and working up, I've been applying like where you smile and then just a little bit past that. Do you guys see the difference on this side looking a little higher up? Pretty good little trick, right? All right, so again, smile, put your finger there, put your blush, and then tap, just like that. So right above your contour line, smile, put your finger, and go on the other side of your finger. I'm using the shade Sisterly in the blush, and this is my favorite color because it really gives you a really gorgeous, like glowy finish without making you look like too over the top. So now for highlight, we're gonna do the same thing, touch on the luminizer and the shade Pearly, and we're gonna dust this on the bridge and tip of our nose, Cupid's bow, and then right above that blush. And it's totally okay if things overlap because it just makes it look even more soft and melted on your skin. I'm obsessed with the new pressed powder. The coverage is amazing. I'm super excited about the pressed powder, you guys. I feel like you guys are gonna like really, really love it, like jackpot. You know what I mean? When you get a new product and you're like, how did I live without this? I feel like that's how this pressed powder is gonna be. I get out my brow pencil. All right, so brow pencil. So I'm gonna recommend doing the same shade. So if you use the old pressed powder, you'll do the same exact shade. If you're using the pressed powders in like Jacquard and Poplin, then message me or ask and I can tell you what color to get in its place. For my website, Joanna, try typing it, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Try typing it in your web browser as opposed to clicking. Sometimes Facebook is being a jerk. So try typing it and let me know if that helps. And if you guys are ever having any issue with the website or you can't find something, please send me a message and I would be so happy to help send you the direct link. All right, so now for brows, we're going to do the brow pencil in the shade Medium. First, let me itch my eyeball. And then I'm going to do the same thing I always do. The shaping of your brows is very simple. All you have to do and all you have to remember is to follow the natural shape and direction of your eyebrows. So you kind of like almost box them in. Follow a shape. So you're going to go from the tear duct straight up and you're going to etch a little line. Once you have that little line there, then you're going to take it from that top corner and etch the little line to the arch. Then once you've done that, you're going to do the same thing underneath. And then when you kind of have that outline of your eyebrows, then you're just going to color in. Just like when we were in grade school. Outline and color in. All right, so now we're just going to keep coloring in until we like the desired effect. And what I love about this brow pencil is it has a retractable tip, so you never have to worry about sharpening it. It's only $19. It lasts for quite a while, especially if you're using it correctly with not pushing super hard. If you push really hard, it will run out faster, obviously. So try not to push too hard. The lighter you push, the more natural your brows will look. okay? And then I'm gonna turn it around, use the spoolie side to comb through to make everything look very soft and natural. All right. Cool. Hello, hi guys. All right, so brows are done. Super fast, super easy. Gosh, this pressed powder, you guys, is so silky. I really like it. All right, done checking myself out. Eyeliner in Perfect we're gonna do now. And we're gonna apply that on the waterline. And I always do this before I put on any eyeshadow because it kind of smokes it out before we're done. So it kind of, like, what's that saying? Work smarter, not harder. I can never do my eyebrows right. One always comes out darker. I know, Melinda, I always say I have one Gucci eyebrow and one Walmart eyebrow. It's all good. It's totally normal. Just, you know, give yourself some grace. Your eyebrows are supposed to be cousins, not sisters, not twins. All right. So now for eyeliner, again, that was the shade Perfect in the black. It's like a black eyeliner. And I love it because it actually stays put. Doesn't build up your tear ducts. Doesn't smudge, smear, give you raccoon eyes. And it's like 15 bucks. All right, so now for eyeshadow, we're going to do kind of like a really pretty, kind of pinky eye. We're going on a little date tonight, so I wanted to do something kind of soft and pretty. Yes, same colors, Helen. Yay! Hi, Andrea. I did want to mention something that I was noticing with Facebook. Sometimes with Facebook, they turn off notifications. I don't know why they do that, but they do. So if you could do me a huge solid today, if you haven't, make sure, one, you click the share button in your bottom left-hand corner. You can share it anywhere, to your page, mom's page, cousin's page, friend's page, whoever. That way it'll tell Facebook, hey, I like this page. Also, top right-hand corner, those three little dots, click those three dots and turn on live notifications. And then, last thing I promise, if you could go to my page, Rhea Hope, like and comment on like the last 4 things. Like and comment on those last 4 things, and that will kind of ensure that you don't miss out on anything. And it's going to tell Facebook, hey, I like this girl's page. I want to see it. So if you feel like you haven't been seeing me live very much, or say you just haven't been seeing my posts like you used to, make sure to do those steps and we'll fix that issue. The same thing goes for Instagram, which I'm actually doing a giveaway on Instagram. If you want to win a goodie basket from me, I'm picking 3 winners. Only on Instagram is the contest running, and all you have to do, you guys, is save, comment, and share my posts. So easy, 2 weeks, and then I will pick one. Aw, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I see some of you guys saying that you've shared and you're commenting and stuff like that, so thank you. I appreciate you. Social media is such a hard world to run a business because you don't control the algorithm, and if you're not sure what an algorithm is, it's basically like how people see things, and Facebook is in charge of that. Mark Zuckerberg is. So we're gonna go ahead and Kimberly messaged me, and then we're gonna actually I told you last night what color to use. Check your inbox. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do palette 8, and we're mixing these 2 colors together, Revived and Profound. So I'm just tapping my fluffy crease brush into both colors, swirling into the mirror and tapping off. Is a Target giveaway or a new one? I'm actually doing 2. I'm doing one Target giveaway, which I will be posting again on my stories, and then I'm doing my own giveaway, which is a goodie basket filled with some things from me that I love, products and tools and things like that I love. And all you have to do to enter that one is comment, share, and save my post on Instagram. Thank you, Laura. My Instagram name is Rhea Hope, RAYAHOPE. And then bonus points is if you watch every Instagram story for 2 weeks, and I see who watches them. So if you want major bonus points, and I check this box out a lot, all you have to do is watch my Instagram stories, which who doesn't love watching Instagram stories? I do. So all you have to do is click on my profile picture on Instagram and the stories start to play. All right, so now we have kind of the base. We've blended it out, which again, we use those 2 colors, Profound and Revived from Addiction Palette 8, these 2 colors. Now I'm going to go in with the Splurge Cream Shadow in the shade Jubilant. I'm going to go in first with my finger. What I love about these Splurge Cream Shadows is they're crease proof, they're smudge proof, they're easy to apply. You can literally put them on with your finger. I love this color because it's kind of like a dusty pink. It's the shade Jubilant. It's matte. There's no shimmer to it whatsoever. It's also a very great base to any eye look if you're wanting to do that. And I'm going to apply this all over with my finger. I always watch all your Insta stories. Thank you. Seriously, I cannot thank you guys enough. I know my stories sometimes transfer over to Facebook, and I can't tell you guys enough for not watching them on Facebook, but watching them on Instagram. That means the world to me. And like I said, I can see who does. So I just want to say thank you for those who do. So if you go to Instagram, my name there is Rhea Hope, and you click on my profile picture and the stories begin to play. So if you want to win the giveaway, all you have to do is engage on my page, save and share, and watch the stories on Instagram, which again, my name there is Rhea Hope. And if you don't have Instagram, you best to get one. Thank you, Janice. Could you wear that shade on your lips? Probably. It's like a very soft pink. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that one day soon. All right, that was the Splurge Cream Shadow in Jubilant. I have a little bit on my brush. So I'm just going to kind of use this one to like fine tune it a little bit, but I did a pretty good job of blending that out. So Jubilant is on. I'm going to dust what we already did in the crease to make sure everything looks super soft. And then now I'm going to wipe off my cream brush and I'm going to go in with the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverend. Oh, you got to get one. They're so much fun. Just get one just to follow me. And I'm going to take Reverent and I'm just going to use this on the inner corner. So almost is going to look like it's like faded. At least that's the idea I had in my head. We'll see if it looks good. Constantly trying to think of like new fun ideas. Most of the time they turn out pretty good. But every blue moon I'm like, well, that didn't look the way I thought it was going to look. All right, we're going to mix... or not mix, blend that in and out, just in the inner corner. Oh my gosh, you're the best. Thank you so much for watching them, and I cannot thank you guys enough for watching them on Instagram instead of Facebook. So, again, my name there is Rhea Hope. And I do try-on hauls, I show you guys the kids and the house and the animals, and we're going on date night, so I'll be showing you guys what we do for date night tonight. Just so much fun. I love like taking you guys along life with me. All right, so blend that out. That kind of looked good. It's not as like dark as I thought it was gonna be, but I kind of like that it's not. All right, I'm gonna go back in with palette 8, which is Revived and Profound. Tap those two together, mix those. And I'm going to kind of like tap this on the outer corner to darken that up and just give it like a little bit of depth. Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch up brushes and grab this guy right here. Yes, if you go to Instagram, there is an option on there to turn on notifications and it will alert you when I post. I have it on for all my favorite people, so I don't ever miss out on anyone's that I want to see, which is like so convenient because then I'm not just like on there all the time and I don't miss out on what I want to see. So if you go to my Instagram, I'll actually post it on my stories today how you turn on notifications. So make sure to head to Instagram after this and I'll show you guys how to do that. It's very easy. There's like a little bell on my page. So if you go to Rhea Hope, top right hand corner there's a little bell and you can click that and turn on notifications. And then on Facebook, there's the same thing. If you click these 3 little dots up there, you can turn on notifications that way too. All right, so we're just going to use the shade Profound, which is this kind of like brick red, and just drag it along the lower lash line. You love the rose water. It's so good. The rose water is so incredible for you. It's a toner. It's a hydrator. It's so good. Aw, thanks, Mary. I know I always see you watch them, so thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Alrighty then. Hello, hi guys. All right. Eyes are done. So now I'm going to set my makeup. So so important, as I always tell you guys, because this is going to add moisture into your foundation. It's going to take away any like cakiness, powderiness. It's going to help your makeup to expand and look much more natural. Oh, thank you, Brittany. You're the best. Thank you. She said, I liked and saved and commented on a bunch of your recent posts. Thank you so much. Oh, you're the best, Jessica. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. All right, so we're going to just blend or let this dry, and then we're going to do our lashes, and we're going to do a fun lip look. All right, so let's do our lashes. So I'm going to start with what's the rose water good for? Rose water is a toner, so it's going to tighten your skin. So it's really good for puffiness and just overall anti-aging. So you can use it twice a day. You can honestly not overuse this product. It's so good. I basically use it twice a day. I use it in the morning and at night before bed. So it's a toner, and it also takes away redness. So if you struggle with just natural redness or rosacea or anything, it's really good for that. It's good for dark circles. I tell you, it's like a joke that this thing does like everything. It takes away the itch from a bug bite, takes away the sting from a sunburn. It does everything, and it's a huge hydrator. So for me, I don't really love the feeling of moisturizer underneath my makeup, so I use the refreshing rose water as my daily moisturizer. So when I wash my face in the morning, I spray with the rose water, and then I apply my eye cream. So those are the only two skincare products that I have on my skin before I put on makeup. 10 times a day, I know, right? So good. And a pro tip during the summer, put it in the fridge. It's like the most hydrating feeling ever. It's like a breath of fresh air. My mom, when she was going through menopause, she literally had that thing on her at all times. So she'd put it in the fridge. And so, pro tip. Pro sweaty tip. Is the setting spray good for humid weather? Yes, the setting spray is going to be incredible for all setting. So I use it before and after my primer, and then before I'm done with my makeup. And that's how you're going to get That's how you're going to get your makeup to literally stay in place all day and look fabulous. So for my lashes right now, I'm using the lash primer first, which is a super hydrator. It's going to really give you incredible length to your lashes. And now I'm going in with the Twisted mascara, and you guys can see the results for yourself. This mascara is no joke. It is so fabulous. It gives your lashes so much length, so much volume. The best part too is not only does it have this teeny tiny little wand, which is perfect for those hard to reach eyelashes and fine tuning them, but it also has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it. So it's giving your lashes the growth while you wear it. Like, mind explosion. Your eyelashes just keep growing. Girlfriend, you need the Esteem Lash Serum and this mascara. Those two things together are incredible. So the white mascara that I used was called the Lash Primer. Just like it's a crime not to prime before your foundation, the same thing goes for your eyelashes. You're going to see so much better results and longer results if you use the Lash Primer first. You guys see how I just did those inner corner ones? I could never do that before. This mascara, you guys, love this little wand. Right, Kelly? I always say that. Who needs falsies when you got Esteem Lash Serum and Twisted mascara? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do our lips. So because we kind of did like a pinky lip look, we're going to do more of a nude lip look. I'm going to use this NYX lip liner called Natural and line my lips. I like this lip liner because it's kind of the same color as my lips. I don't love that it's not as creamy as like the Marc Jacobs ones, but it's a little more affordable. You can get it at like Walmart and stuff. So again, it's the NYX in the shade Natural. I also don't like that it like peels like that, but it is what it is until Younique gets nude lip liners. I'm like, come on. It's either like lip liners are just too expensive from other brands, or you get them where they like peel and they're not super creamy, but it is what it is for now. You get what you pay for, I guess. All right, lips are lined. And then now I'm going to go in with the shade Moneyed. right here. And this is gonna be like a darker nude. I'm gonna use my finger, not flipping you guys off. Or am I? I'm just kidding. To blend it out. All right. And then I'm gonna go in with Minted, which is like a super, oops, there's a hair on that. A super pastel, but it looks really pretty on literally every lip look. Do you know if they'll bring back lip liners and prune it? I don't think they're gonna bring back them, but they're gonna definitely, I'm pretty sure they better, or else, reformulate them. Which personally, everything that they've been reformulating, the things that are coming back out, like the concealer, the pressed powder, I'm like, holy crap. So good. So I'm like super excited for when they come out. What was I gonna, I've read another one I want to read. If I didn't see it live, I've never believed you're wearing falsies. Oh, thanks, Carol. Do you know if they will, I already read that one. Where did you have your lips done? I have a full, tutorial, not tutorial, but like a Q&A. Like I answer all of the filler, lip filler, and Botox questions on Instagram. I have a whole little highlight reel, little bubble on my Instagram too. I'm telling you guys, my Instagram is such a resource when it comes to beauty because I have tutorials on every foundation. I have tutorials on every hairstyle, updos, curled, straight, using all the different hot tools I have, the little volume, the little waver, all of them. And then I have a house highlight. I have info on the Botox and lip injections. So like answers any question that you have over on my Instagram when you click on the little profile, or I'm sorry, when you click on the little bubbles. If you go to Rhea Hope, you'll see them right at the top there. And then make sure that you turn on that little bell. So I hope that helps you guys. So again, comment color match if you guys need any questions. I love this lip combo that turned out perfect, exactly how I envisioned. So I'll go ahead and leave you guys right here, linked it here, right there for the whole look, for all of the info. And I will see you guys over on Instagram for the rest of the day. Make sure you follow me there, Rhea Hope. And then make sure that you're shopping on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. So that is where you want to shop all the makeup, the tools, the skincare, everything. And if you have any trouble on the website or if you can't find anything, just message me. I'm a little bit slower answering back on the weekends just because the kids are here. But I definitely empty out my inbox. Like I answer every single question. So if you messaged me before and I never got back to you, message me again so that way your message goes to the top. So I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.